What up, agents? Prime here. Tuesday, vendor reset day. Are you ready? Let's go! What up, guys? Welcome to another Division 2 video. Thanks for clicking my content. Really appreciate you watching it. Second video of today because yes, the new apparel is live, guys. The new Last Resort apparel event has some very dope items. Check it out if you're interested in all the items. But it's also Tuesday, so vendor reset day. A little bit later because yeah, I started with that apparel event video. But now let's see what the White House sells us, shall we? The Glory Days is the first thing we can pick up. Only pick it up for that optimal range if you want to roll it in your library. But 15.5k is quite a bit of money for only optimal range. Rest of their guns are not that interesting. Maybe the MK16 roll the magazine size away from some damage to target out of cover, damage to armor, whatever you like. But in my opinion, that 11.3% assault rifle damage is too low. Do not buy pistols in my opinion. Backpack looks great with the 5.7% critical hit chance on there, but it only has 9.1% weapon damage and Kelvinize. So you need to choose. And yeah, it's not a great buy. Best buy of the White House, 10.8% weapon damage, 10.1% critical hit damage, and almost 4k armor regeneration. Roll that Vanguard away from some Intimidate and you have a very nice armor regeneration SMG vest. This could be a very nice buy or a very nice start, of course, because the 10.8% weapon damage is not that high, but this is a decent buy, guys. Mods, 10.2% critical hit damage, decent. 6.3% duration for your drone, 5.9% duration for your turret, and 4% burn duration for your sticky payload. So let's see what the clan sells us, shall we? And there we are at the clan vendor, 27 till 30, quite a roar, and this is quite a buy. Roll that LMG damage to that max cap and you have a pretty decent named LMG with the perfect overwhelm on there. And this is a pretty nice buy, guys, only 2% missing from a damage to target out of cover, but if you're still looking for this, this could be a nice buy. Foundry Bulwark, not great if you ask me. If you go for hazard protection, then sure, roll that armor all the way up. But if you want to go for some other things in hazard protection, this armor is too low. Striker, 11% weapon damage and armor regeneration. You don't want armor regeneration on there in my opinion. Hardwired, crafted, do not buy it. Handgun, do not buy it. FAL, looks very nice, but you can farm this in the open world. This drops like candy, this gun. It's unbelievable. And it's not only for me. Over to the F2000. And this is a pretty nice one if you like that vindictive and swap speed. Roll that health damage to that max cap and you have a decent F2000. RNK could be nice, but I'm not loving the Vanguard and the explosive resistance on this brand set combination. D50, pick it up if you still like to craft your Liberty or craft multiple Liberties. Mask from Seska could be nice, roll that status effect away for whatever your build needs. This is a start, not that great of a roll, but still you can get those 3 reds out of there. Over to the Wyvern, could be a nice one, but I'm not loving leadership on there and repair skills. This combination I don't like on my Wyvern backpack. Mods, 8.9% skill duration, 1 extra target for your Firefly, 12% protection from elites, not doing that much. You can utilize a lot more with your mods than the 5% damage reduction for your drone. But let's head over to the theater. And there we are, first gun, a Tsunami, perfect pommel on there, but the rest is just straight trash. Over to the SASG, you can pick it up for the fire rate rolled in your library, but the rest is again trash. SIG 716, not great at all. You have to roll that rifle damage a little bit higher and you need to go for future perfection and you have that optimal range on the rifle. What's not needed in my opinion. Seska gloves, Not great, but you could use it, for example, for your backfire build, and roll that weapon handling for some critical hit damage, and you have decent builds to stop that bleeding with the 8.7% hazard protection. Over to the knee pads, skill damage maxed out, looking great, but the rest is just trash. Or you have an 8.7% weapon damage on there, or a 5.8% explosive resistance. No thanks. Mods, 8.2% shock resistance, 4.1% damage for your mine, 4% damage per enemy for your shield, and over to the 6.1% skill haste for your firefly, and of course, there it is again, like every week, 6% health for your decoy. Going over to the campus. And there we are, and again quite a roar. And this is a little bit more trash than the one in the clan vendor, and I can't understand why they will sell two in one vendor reset. But yeah, that's just me. M700 tactical, 10% damage to target out of cover. You want that. That killer could be nice, but then in my opinion the 8% and the 79% headshot damage are way too low. So you could maybe buy this to roll the damage to target out of cover in your library. Classic RPK, same. Maxed out 12% damage to target out of cover. You could roll that LMG damage to that max because you already have that 5% damage to armor. This is the combination that you want, but then you need to go for a status effect build and go for blinded enemies with eyeless on there. Mask from RMK, not really the rolls that you're looking for. Murakami could be nice. Buy it if you're still looking for it, then roll the skill haste or skill damage away, whatever you like on this build. The mods, 8.3% skill duration, 1 extra ammo for your cam launcher, 4 extra stim charges for your hive, 6.4% cone size for your pulse, and 6.1% shock radius for your traps. Well, let's head over to the DZs. Starting with DZ West, the rock and roll. This is a Dark Zone exclusive. You can buy it right now, perfectly extra on there. But the rolls aren't that great. Okay, the 4.4% fire rate could be decent, then roll that damage to armor all the way up. But you would like to see something else for that fire rate. 612, just farm for it, do not pay that 101 DZ creds. Classic M1A, this could be nice, but the rolls are decent and not great enough for that 101 DZ creds. Hardwired, crafted, never buy it. Knee pads from Aces, 10.4% weapon damage and explosive resistance on there. Too low in my opinion because you don't want that explosive resistance on there. Then we got the 12.2% weapon damage, weapon handling, and too low in critical hit chance on the gloves from Overlord. Not great again. If you like this, if your critical hit chance is all the way up already, then roll that weapon handling away for some critical hit damage. Over to the knee pads from Seska, headshot damage and skill haste, and the weapon damage is too low, leave it here. And again guys, you know my opinion about the mods from the DZs, too expensive, leave them here. Over to the next DZ. And there we are guys, at DZ West. The rail splitter is the first thing we can pick up with the perfectly accurate on there, but the rolls are just trash. Same for the Vector, not great. G36, exactly the same, not great to buy. The X45, never buy a pistol for 101 DZ creds. The backpack from True Patriot could be nice, decent amount of armor, almost 160k, and then roll that status effect for whatever you like. Then the Aces Vest, too low to buy in my opinion because you don't want that skill repair on there and the weapon damage isn't great. Backpack from Wyvern could be nice with that status effect on there and the armor regeneration, and then roll the talent for whatever you like, but still 101 DZ creds, the attributes are too low in my opinion. And then guys, another Sokolov vest, maxed out weapon damage, 9% critical hit damage, almost 4k armor regeneration, and Headhunter. This is almost the same as the one in the White House, but now maxed out weapon damage, so buy this one, roll Intimidate over there, and you have a very, very nice chest piece. Over to the mods. Again guys, just farming in the open world or buy them in the vendors. It's not worth buying them in the DZ in my opinion. Over to the last DZ. And there we are guys, DZ East as our last DZ. The White Death is the one to buy. But do not buy it guys, swap speed on there, the marksman rifle is too low and there's Sadis on there. Sokolov MK20 isn't great as well, again too low on the marksman rifle damage. Classic M60, just straight trash. Hunter's Fury, if you're still looking for it, you can farm in the open world, but this is a decent buy. 4.4% critical hit chance, and then you can roll that weapon damage to whatever you like. Then over to the Future Initiative, crafted guys, do not buy this, especially not in the DZs. Over to the Bellstorm Armory Mask, too low in armor, could be nice with the armor regeneration, then roll that explosive resistance away for some crit or some hazard protection, but in my opinion too low to buy for DZ crits. Holster from Providence, 9.9% critical hit damage, 12.4% weapon damage, and then roll that skill repair away for whatever you think is needed. Some critical hit chance or whatever you think is needed, because this could be a nice buy. Over to the mods again, do not buy him guys. Just leave him here. The open world will treat you better, or even the open world vendors. But let's see what New York has to offer us. And there we are guys, the first vendor of New York selling us a tactical vector. Looking good, but the critical hit chance is too low, the SMG damage is too low, and Ranger. You want to be close with an SMG, so in my opinion don't use Ranger on SMG. Over to the Negev, could be nice, but again the LMD damage and the damage to target out of cover are too low, but it could be a nice buy. Unhinged on there, so roll that LMG damage to that max cap. Military MK17, too low of a rolls to buy in my opinion. Handgun, open world, do not buy it. Backpack from Murakami, creeping death on there, skill haste and some health. I'm not sure if I want skill haste and health on the attributes on a Murakami, and especially not with creeping death. Knee pads from Sokolov, rainbow roll, and yeah, just leave it here guys. Enough said. Over to the Badger, could be nice, but again the armor is too low and you don't want this rainbow roll. That could be nice with the critical hit damage, but again then you need to sacrifice that armor because you don't want that skill haste on there. Over to the mods, 6.9% headshot, 8.3% disorient resistance, then we got 4.3% deflector damage for your shield, 4.7% skill haste for your pulse, and then over to the 6.5% damage for your sticky payload. Over to the last vendor of New York and the last vendor of this week. And there we are at the last vendor, Roy in New York, a near god roll black market AKM. Roll that assault rifle damage to that max cap if you like that nearsighted and that critical hit damage on there, and you have a pretty nice AKM. Military M60 E4, not great, decent rolls, but still like 60-70%, no thanks. Black market SASG, could be nice, roll that stability away for something else, but then fast hands, I don't know if you like that on a shotgun. Pistol, just farm the open world. Vest from Providence, 9.8% critical hit damage, 10.1% weapon damage and 8.2% skill damage on there. Then maybe roll that tag team away from some spotter, go for some skill DPS build with the Providence as a vest. Gloves from Douglas and Harding, looks nice but too low in my opinion. If you like to buy this, then roll that skill haste away for whatever you think is needed on this build. DNH holster with the maxed out headshot damage, could be nice, but I don't know if you like it on a pistol build. If you like it on there, then roll that weapon damage away. That 15.3% repair skill could keep you alive as a solo build. Then the last mods, 4.5% critical hit chance, 17% incoming repair, 4.1% shield health, 8.8% radius for your pulse, and at last 6.4% duration for your sticky launcher. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this week. Of course tomorrow, Cassie finishing off this week's vendor reset. Don't forget to check out all the apparels, they are freaking awesome guys. But for today, Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribers button. And of course the notification bell. PurePrime out!